Welcome back. We are here at my learning block. Thank you for joining me. Today we will work with circles. Yes, circles. I love circles. It's great. They go round and around and around. Well, a circle is a perfectly round shape where a curved line meets at the exact same point, same distance everywhere from the center. Yes. So you have a point, something that goes around. You know, I read something that said it is completely and utterly impossible to truly draw a circle. But then I had a geometry teacher, well actually it's a physics teacher in high school that could draw a perfect circle. And the way we found out is he would draw the circle, then we'd use a compass and we'd find out that it was perfect. Like it was amazing. It was ridiculous. He's an artist as well as a physicist, or the people, you know, the physics people. He's one of them. All right. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Thank you for joining me. We are going to work on finding circumference today. How to teach circumference. What is circumference? Well, very simple. Do you remember when we were learning about those the polygons, and we found the perimeter, the distance around an object? Well, circumference is the length of the curved line going around a circle. As you see, it is shown here. It is shown right here as this black line. So we have our circle and this black line around it. It's basically the perimeter of a circle. And again, when you're working with finding perimeter and area and different things like that, it's good to have your child understand there is a reason they need to know this stuff. All right. So why circumference? Why do they need to know about the circumference of a circle? It's not important. Well, it is if they like to drink not just sodas, but if they like to drink things that are in a circular shape, because in order to know how large that can needs to be, the person has to know that the circumference around it. I mean, to wrap it up, right? So that's not the only one though. If you were happening to put up a pool, you need to know the circumference of the pool, because if you have a guy like me at 6'1", 200 pounds, a kiddie pool won't work for me, you know? So I need a pool with a large circumference in order to have some enjoyment with swimming. If not, I'll just wade in the water, I guess. Be kind of boring. All right, so circumference can have its importance. So we've passed that. Now the question is, how do you find circumference? Okay, so we're going to work on it now. How to measure circumference? It says circumference is determined when you take the distance of the diameter, multiply it times pi. Now, I will let you know this. Many people will they will say, circumference, circumference, here, I'll just go to the next slide. Circumference equals 2 pi r. Yes, it does, but I think it's a little bit easier because, as you know, r is radius. It's just easier to say diameter, especially if you have the diameter, not having to divide it and different things. So I'm just going to say circumference equals diameter times pi. Now, what is pi? It's not apple. It's not lemon meringue. It's not cheesecake pie. If that's no, it's cake. Well, anyway, pi is the 16th letter of the Greek alphabet, I do believe, and it is very important with regards of numbers because it is very long. It has not been solved, and it is spelled P-I, I think. But pi is, from what we're going to use, 3 14/100. All right, so it really is very, very long. People have written books about this number, and it's amazing. I've never read them because I don't really like numbers that much. But anyway, so when we are going to determine the circumference of a circle, we are going to find the diameter and multiply it by 3.14. Or if you want to be one of those old school people, or if you just happen to have the radius, or your child has a radius, then they could say to find the circumference is 2 pi r. So you could then just say 6.28. I think that's 2 pi times the radius, or double the radius and multiply it by pi. But for the purpose of today, we are going to simply, focus on measuring diameter times pi. So again, we're going to have whatever the diameter is of the circle, and that's the line that stretches from one side of the circle to the other side, crossing the center, times pi. Again, that is 3/1400. All right. So we have a couple circles here, or 4 circles to be exact, 2 couples of circles here, in which we have diameters and the radius of the final one. And remember the equation when you're working with your child, you want to just let them know you take that line across, multiply by pi. Or if you have the radius, you take that radius, double it, multiply by pi. And when your child understands that formula, finding the circumference of a circle can be really quick, really quick. All right, so as I'll show you here, this, and I'll put it up there just so we remember, and I try to have the diameter and pi in the middle. Yay, pi in the middle. Speaking of which, I am kind of hungry. I think I'll get pie afterwards. And March 14th is Pi Day. That is so funny. I think it's 14th. Fact check me on that one. So circumference equals diameter times pi, or circumference equals 2 pi times radius. Now we have 8 is the diameter here, and I'll try to do this as fast as possible. So 3/1400 times 8. I'll do it down here. 4 times 8 is 2. Carry my 3. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 3 is that. And then I carry my 1. And 8 times 3 is 24. So the circumference of this circle should be 25 1200 centimeters. All right, 25.12. All right, now the next one, again, we have 314 times 6. And remember, there are different ways we can do this multiplication, but I'm just doing it this way to be kind of fast. Brevity, 6. Carry my 2. 6 times 1 is 9. 8. There. 6 times 3 is 18. So 18 8400 kilometers. That's a very big circle. 1884 km. 1884. That was a good year, I think. We have 4 meters. So 314 times 4, 16. Carry my 1. 5. Decimal. Don't forget that decimal. Very important. 12. So 12.56 meters. And then last, yes, we have one with radius. Yay! All right, so now we can go 2 pi r. If you want, you can teach your child to just double this number. So 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. And then we can go 4 times 3.14. Or I just want to be kind of difficult and go 6.28. I just doubled pi, 3.14 times 2, and I'm gonna multiply by 2. Either way, you will get the exact same answer. 2 times 8, and early on, let your child play around with them, because they may have a preference towards one formula. Even though it's both the same, they just may have a preference. They may be faster in some, slower in others. Either way, and I'm going to say that's 16, carry my 1, 5, decimal 12. Notice they are the same. 12, 5, 6, 12, 5, 6, because it is the same type of problem. Again, thank you for joining me on my learning block. I will see you next time, and keep learning with me, all right?